If your job happens on a laptop, AI isn't coming for the laptop, it's already inside it, and the timeline is shorter than most office workers can emotionally accept. Because office jobs are AI's first target for one simple reason. Office work is made of tasks AI learns fast: reading, writing, summarizing, formatting, and coordinating. In this video, I'm going to give you the real timeline, not robots take over in 10 years, but the step-by-step sequence that hits office workers first. And by the end, you'll know exactly where your role sits and the 2 moves that buy you time before the market resets around you. As you watch, do this one thing. Every time I describe a task, ask, is this at least 30% of my week? If the answer is yes, you'll feel your timeline instantly. Most people think AI replaces jobs by industry. Tech first, creative later, and manual work last. That's the wrong map. AI replaces tasks, and office work is basically a bundle of digital tasks that are easy to copy, easy to scale, and easy to measure. Office work is text. It's documents, it's messages, it's meetings, it's slides, it's spreadsheets, it's passing information between humans. And AI is literally a machine built to generate and transform information. So the question isn't, will office jobs disappear? The question is, how fast does your job shrink before it feels like a different job? I'm going to lay this out in phases. The key is, each phase feels harmless while it's happening. Phase 1 is when AI enters as an assistant. This is the stage everyone celebrates. AI drafts emails, summarizes meetings, writes first drafts, generates slide outlines, creates options, and turns messy notes into clean text. The office worker feels more productive, and that's the trap. Because the moment work speeds up, expectations change. What used to be impressive becomes normal, and what used to take 2 days is expected in just 1. And pay doesn't rise with the speed. Pay stays flat while output becomes abundant. If you felt pressure of later turnaround creeping in, you're not imagining it, that's phase 1. It's not replacement, it's the start of compression. Phase 2 is when AI stops being a helper and becomes the default. Instead of, should we use AI for this, it becomes, why didn't you use AI for this? AI becomes the first draft engine for everything. Emails, documents, analysis summaries, internal comms, marketing copy, HR templates, customer responses, and training materials. Your job quietly becomes approve, correct, forward. At first, this feels safe because you're still needed, but approval is the most compressible type of work in an organization. The moment your job becomes approve AI, the company starts asking a brutal question. How many approvers do we actually need? Phase 3 is where replacement begins, without anyone getting fired. Companies don't announce AI replace people, they just stop hiring. One person plus AI can do what 2 people did. So vacancies don't get refilled, entry-level roles vanish, internal pipelines shrink, and junior jobs get rolled into one role that does everything. This is where the market quietly changes. Fewer openings, lower salary bands, must-have AI experience becomes expected, promotions slow down, pay rises stall, and competition spikes. Most office workers don't notice because they're still busy. They just think the job market is weird. This is the first too late moment. When you go to move jobs and realize the ladder rungs below you disappeared. Phase 4 is when teams shrink. Not all at once, not in a dramatic way, in a spreadsheet way. A team of 5 becomes 3, 3 becomes 2, 2 becomes 1. And here's the psychological trick. The remaining people feel more secure because they're doing more work. They think, they need me. But the truth is, companies don't need you. They need output. And AI makes output easier to produce. This is when office jobs don't disappear. They downgrade. You still have a job, but you do more, you oversee more, you're measured harder, and the pay doesn't match the extra load. So you don't get replaced first, you get squeezed first. And that is what people miss. Phase 5 is the moment people finally call replacement. Not because AI becomes a person, because the baseline human changes. You're no longer competing with other office workers, you're competing with office workers who have AI built into their workflow, who can do your job faster, cheaper, and with higher output. So the company doesn't think, do we replace you with AI? They think, do we hire someone who produces double the output? And when the baseline output doubles, wages get pressured. That's the real timeline. Not job extinction, job devaluation. If you're waiting for AI replaces office workers as a headline, you'll miss the reality. The market will simply stop paying what it used to pay for the same work. Here's the divider that matters. Type 1. office workers that produce documents, emails, decks, summaries, reports, formatting, and coordination. Type 2, office workers that own outcomes, revenue, risk, quality, retention, savings, and decisions. AI crushes Type 1 first because it can generate the outputs. Type 2 lasts longer because outcomes have consequences. Consequences still require accountability. If your job can be judged by how many documents you produced, you're early in the timeline. If it's judged by what results you owned, you're later. Move 1. Shift from tasks to ownership. Start trying to work to a measurable outcome, even if it's small at first. Don't just deliver a report, deliver a decision. Don't just send updates, change a metric. Move 2. Be the person who implements the AI. Not I sometimes use ChatGPT. I mean, you integrate AI into real workflows so you can say, give me the process, I'll make it 2 times faster without breaking quality. That changes your position from cost to leverage. And leverage is the last thing companies cut. Because the uncomfortable truth is companies don't reward effort, they reward leverage. And AI is the biggest leverage shift office work has ever seen. So yes, office jobs are AI's first target. Not because office workers are weak, but because office tasks are digital, scalable, and easy for AI to learn. The timeline isn't robot takeover, it's assist, then default drafts, then hiring slows, then teams compress, then wage squeeze, then AI assisted humans become the new baseline. If you want some clarity, comment your job role and what you actually do day to day, and I'll tell you roughly where it sits on the timeline and what route gives you the best chance of lasting longer. Because the biggest mistake office workers make isn't ignoring AI, it's assuming they'll notice replacement when it happens. Most won't until it's already normal. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe for daily videos on AI affecting the future of office staff. I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.